The two supersonic B-52 bombers were deployed amid rising tensions over North Korea's dogged pursuit of its nuclear and missile programs in defiance of United Nations sanctions and pressure from the United States. The flight of the two bombers on Monday came as U.S. President Donald Trump said he was open to meeting North Korean leader Kim Jong under the right circumstances, and as his CIA director landed in South Korea for talks. South Korean Defense Ministry spokesman Moon Sang-jae told a briefing in Seoul that Monday's joint drill was conducted to deter provocations by the North and to test readiness against another potential nuclear test. The U.S. Air Force said in a statement the bombers had flown from Guam to conduct training exercises with the South Korean and Japanese Air Forces. North Korea said the bombers conducted a nuclear bomb-dropping drill against major objects in its territory at a time when Trump and other U.S. warmongers are crying out for making a preemptive nuclear strike on the North. The reckless military provocation is pushing the situation on the Korean Peninsula closer to the brink of nuclear war, the North's official KCNA news agency said on Tuesday. Tensions on the Korean Peninsula have been high for weeks, driven by concerns that the North might conduct its sixth nuclear test in defiance of pressure from the United States and Pyongyang's sole major ally, China. The U.S. military's THAAD anti-missile defense system had reached initial operational capacity in South Korea, U.S. officials told Reuters, although they cautioned that it would not be fully operational for some months. North Korea accused the United States on Tuesday of pushing the Korean Peninsula to the brink of nuclear war after a pair of strategic U.S. bombers flew training drills with the South Korean and Japanese Air Forces in another show of strength. China has repeatedly expressed its opposition to the system, whose powerful radar it fears could reach inside Chinese territory. Foreign Ministry spokesman Jong again denounced THAAD on Tuesday. We will resolutely take necessary measures to defend our interests, Jong said, without elaborating. Asked about Trump's suggestion he could meet Kim, Jong said China had noted U.S. comments that it wanted to use peaceful means to resolve the issue. Trump has recently been full of praise of Chinese President Xi Jinping's efforts to rein in its neighbor. China has always believed that using peaceful means via dialogue and consultation to resolve the peninsula's nuclear issue is the only realistic, feasible means to achieve denuclearization of the peninsula and maintain peace and stability there, and is the only correct choice, Jong told a daily news briefing. It was widely feared North Korea could conduct its sixth nuclear test on or around April 15 to celebrate the anniversary of the birth of the North's founding leader, Kim Il-sung, or on April 25 to coincide with the 85th anniversary of the foundation of its Korean People's Army. The North has conducted such tests or missile launches to mark significant events in the past. Instead, North Korea conducted an annual military parade, featuring a display of missiles, on April 15 and then a large, live-fire artillery drill 10 days later. South Korea calls for military readiness. South Korea's acting President Hwang Kyo-won called for stronger vigilance because of continuing provocation by Seoul's poor and isolated neighbor, and for countries such as China to increase pressure on the North. I am asking foreign and security ministries to further strengthen military readiness in order for North Korea not to miscalculate, Hwang told the cabinet meeting on Tuesday. Soon after Hwang spoke, a U.S. Embassy spokesperson in Seoul said the director of the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, Mike Pompeo, was in South Korea for meetings with the embassy and U.S. forces in Korea. North Korea test-launched a missile on Saturday that appeared to have failed within minutes, its fourth successive failed launch since March. It has conducted 2 nuclear tests and a series of missile-related activities at an unprecedented pace since the beginning of last year. The North is technically still at war